A young warrior stood before the great master. His face was filled with frustration. "Master," he sighed, "I train every day. I fight harder than anyone, but I still lose battles. I feel stuck." The master, an old man with eyes like deep rivers, simply smiled. He picked up a teacup and poured tea, but he didn't stop. The tea overflowed, spilling everywhere. The warrior jumped back. "Master, the cup is full." The old man nodded. "Exactly. How can you learn if your mind is already full of frustration?" The warrior blinked. "So, I need to empty my mind." The master chuckled. "Not just your mind, your attachment to victory. You want to win, but have you learned to lose?" The young warrior frowned. "Who wants to learn how to lose?" The master stood up and stretched. "Come, let's take a walk." They walked through the village until they saw a blacksmith pounding a red-hot sword on an anvil. Sparks flew. The master pointed. "See that sword? It was once just a lump of metal. It had to go through fire and hammering to become strong." The warrior nodded. "So, pain makes me stronger?" The master smiled. "Pain can make you stronger, but only if you accept it. If the metal resisted the hammer, it would break." The warrior scratched his head. "So, I should just let life hit me?" The master laughed. "Not just that, you must become like water." The warrior frowned. "Water?" The master led him to a river. "Look at this river. If there's a rock, does it stop? It flows around. If there's a cliff, it falls and keeps moving. If it's trapped, it waits, then finds a way. It doesn't fight, it adapts. That is why water is unstoppable." The warrior stared at the river. "So, I should stop fighting life?" The master shook his head. You should stop fighting against life. Flow with it." The warrior crossed his arms. "I don't get it. If I stop fighting, won't I lose?" The master smiled. "Let me tell you about the greatest warrior who never fought." The warrior leaned in. "Long ago, there was a general who never lost a battle. But here's the strange part. He almost never fought. When enemies came, he made them chase him into the mountains where their armies became tired. When kings wanted war, he used words instead of swords. His greatest victory was a battle that never happened." The warrior's eyes widened. "He won without fighting?" The master nodded. "Because he understood the greatest secret. True strength is not about resisting, it's about adapting." The warrior thought about this. He had spent his whole life trying to fight everything, every problem, every failure, every doubt. But what if he stopped fighting and started flowing? He looked at the river again. For the first time, he saw not just water, but wisdom. The master patted his shoulder. "This is called Wu Wei. It means effortless action. Instead of forcing life, move with it, like water." The warrior took a deep breath. He felt lighter. The master smiled. "Now, let's go home. Unless you want to fight the wind too." The warrior chuckled. "No, master. I think I'll let it pass." And with that, they walked back, one with wisdom, the other finally learning how to flow. This is the power of ancient wisdom. Be like water. Adapt. Don't resist. Flow. Don't force. And soon, you will become unstoppable. Subscribe to Mindful Mornings for more life-changing wisdom.